Alright, just a quick update tonight on the accounts. So let's get right into the video. So today we had a nice day in the markets. Took some trades in the overnight session. Also I took some trades during New York. The ones in the overnight session I got stopped out. Well, I actually closed them out. I didn't even get stopped out. I just closed them out because I realized the market wasn't going in my favor, and so I just took them off before my stop actually got hit, and it would have eventually got hit. So let me actually show you what went down right there. Um, I had a bullish bias. I thought we would have been going up from that short pullback. So last night I was watching the charts. It was right around here that I saw the buy. We had already came down into some lower levels here. I think we came down into, I think it was a higher time frame PDRA that was resting right here that I saw, and I'm saying maybe we could bounce because this is discount. So we had sold off, so I thought we would have had a nice little recovery. Um, we kind of just chopped around there for a little bit. Kind of just chopped around right there for a little bit. Let me show you. So I entered the trade here. We had an inversion here. I think I took one entry here because I saw this blast off, and I marked this as a order block, um, saying we could actually bounce from here. So we ended up coming up back and forth, back and forth, back and forth here before we finally ended up just breaking down. So um, I was just watching. I could have taken off this thing multiple times here, but I had this as a order block, and it was right at around 2 a.m. I just came out. I think I came out somewhere inside of here, and then as soon as I got out, it just spiked down, and I would have gotten stopped out. I was going to try again here, and I said, you know what, let me just leave this thing. Um, just leave this thing alone, and I just left it and went to bed because I was still working on some stuff with the indicators. So I just decided, let me just um, leave it alone because my bias isn't correct and I'm not reading this thing correctly. So I just left it right there. Um, we ended up selling off pretty decent, and then now I ended up buying here in New York when it recovered. I wanted to catch inside of here, but this reversal kind of took place on the 30, around 8:30. You know, so the 8:30 PO3 kind of played out here. The entry would have been outside of the macro window. I waited until after the 9:30 open. I think we had a news spike down here, and then we ended up recovering. I saw this inversion here because I was watching this thing pretty good. So I saw this inversion right here, and that is where I just took the buys. So wrong tool. So this is actually an IFVG, positive IFVG. Where is it? So this is actually an inversion. I entered right here. Little to no drawdown. I wish I had actually taken a bigger size, but I didn't prep the magic keys, and I just got to work and just set up and just jump on right there. So I ended up taking the entry right here, and it run actually I think about 90 something points on one entry, and then I put another entry here, and this run up a little bit more. I got out a little bit down here. I wish I had closed a little bit at the highs. I would have gotten maybe $100, but because of the loss, you know. But I recovered the loss and I made like 1%. So I'm up 1% on that account. I'm going to show you the executions on the chart. And then I had to shut down the laptop here. I'm glad I came out because we ended up coming right back to break even, coming back up, and then just selling off. So yeah, that is what we did on the charts today. So let me show you the executions. quickly see if I can find it. So these were the executions during the PM session. If I could just scroll over quickly. Yeah, so these were the executions. So I entered right here and right here. Like I said, it was back and forth in and out of profit, and I just closed out when I saw it coming down. I just close out instead of having it hit my stop loss below the low, because once I see this as engineered liquidity, so I realize it going actually break down. So I realize it actually closing below the 50% of this week, and I could have even gotten out from here. I realized that it's not breaking out, it's respecting this fair value gap right here, and I should have just called it a day from this rejection right here. But I was hoping, and I'm just trying to stay disciplined. So I ended up closing out right here for a small loss. I think it was like 1/4% on that account, and that's where I called it for the night. I was pretty exhausted, so I just went to bed right after there, and we ended up selling off, and we ended up getting this reversal at 9:30. So beautiful inversion right here, and like I said, I made 1 point something percent on the account. Perfect entry right here, little to no drawdown. I should have added inside of this here, but I was really unsure, and I didn't want to over risk because I didn't prep the magic keys to enter, and the stops were a bit wide because the first entry I put the stop down here, and I'm saying I'm risking maximum below here. For the second entry I put the stop below here, risking this candle. So that I was looking at, and I'm saying if anything we shouldn't come back to close this gap, and we ended up running up here. But like, it's a funny thing when you're like distracted and doing multiple things and trading. So when I entered, I was sitting at the back, the workplace there, at the little complex, and then I entered again. Well, I actually got up for work because work starts for me right here. But I had a little meeting, so I had to get up, and I ended up closing right on this pullback instead of the highs here. And kind of a little bit insignificant, but still. So, yeah, that was where I called it a day um, for the AM session, and I didn't get to capitalize anymore. So, yeah, that was it. Alright, so let me quickly show you the higher time frame. So this is what we did today. We are actually bearish. We ended up selling off. I wasn't looking at the higher time frame exactly because I'm on the laptop. So when I was watching, what I was seeing is that I know we had a black candle down here. I know we had a bearish candle here, and that's where we actually sold into. I think the buys that I took were, well, I can't even tell from this chart where the buys were, because I think it was maybe inside of here, inside of this candle at first. Yeah, after we came down. But we ended up pushing up into the previous day's wick and then selling off, taking out previous day's low and coming down into this bullish order block here, and we could probably come down some more because we actually inverted, well, a little bit, because we end up retracing again, but we possibly inverted on the daily, and we could have a decent little pullback for right there. And let me actually see what the rest of them look like. So yeah, a little bit stronger on US 500 and US 30. Yeah, weaker there. So yeah, that's what we did today. This is the 1 hour now. 1 hour. Me and trade was the sell from London session, coming all the way down from this new week opening gap. Once we inverted that, would have been a beautiful sell coming down, and maybe this buy from equilibrium to come back up here. Let me see the 15 minute. 15 minute, this is what we look like. So same sell, we had a nice sell from this fair value gap on the 15 minute, another one here, and another one from this OB right here. Nice little buy. I think this is the buy that I captured inside, right inside of here. So what I was seeing on the higher time frame was this this OB that we came into, and I saw we were holding. So I just waited for my entry signal instead of jumping in, and it worked out perfect. Literally no drawdown. So wish the entry was a little bit down here where I could have captured some more points, but it was fine. Ended up getting in right here and exiting at the highs right there. Even though we ended up coming back, I would have loved to have captured this little part right here and catch the run higher, but with my current schedule, like I say, guys, it's not so easy for me to trade there, and I'm not going to like be indisciplined and risk too much or over trade, so I just leave it most times. So yeah, let me show you the different captures on trading view now. So like I said, the price action is not the cleanest. The best entries were during the um Asian session didn't give us much clean entries. So 10 p.m. did not give us a good entry. We manipulated up and then sold off. This is actually a fair value gap instead of a OB. FVG. So fair value gap, we could have gotten a few entries here using the silver bullet technique. One here, one here, one here, coming all the way down. Um, this year should have been sell for me, but I was bullish. We had another entry inside of this other block right here. So there it should be. This actually gave us a reversal also. This is inside of the macro at 4. Nice little reversal, and then we ended up selling off. 15 minute also gave us a fair value gap that we sold from. Decent little sell off, coming all the way down, 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 all the way down. Um, and that created pretty much, you know, in pre-market. Um, this was the buy, clean buy for the day. The sell would have been a much better trade. I would have loved to catch this sell from the 10 a.m. The 10 a.m. So we actually opened 10 o'clock candle here, manipulated up, farming the wick, and sold come all the way down to the lows here. So within an hour, we actually sold down here. 11 did not do much. We just kind of just consolidated throughout the rest of the day. Lunchtime gave us a little bit of a reversal coming back up into PM. Nice little buy here. We had an inversion, another entry here from this OB during the 2 p.m. silver bullet. One little inversion here, respecting this OB as well. And you could have possibly gotten an entry there to take it up and end the day here for another probably 90 points. So that is it for today's video, guys. Not much to go over, like I said, but it is what it is. I just working with what I see day by day. So until next time, thank you guys for watching. Peace.